All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to
Unfiltered Energy.
I like it. You know, there's a different feeling when you're in the middle.
Really?
I don't know. It's like
Wait
I'm surrounded.
a
I got
minute.
the sisters on the both sides.
Well, we wanted to turn it up a little bit, right?
Aisha, you got to sit here next time.
I just don't know if I want to be in the middle, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. It's
No,
it's a
I like the
different
change.
feeling.
Yeah, I did 3 times in the middle. Now
That's
it's your
true.
turn.
Welcome to podcast 4, ladies and gents. Number four. So, I feel like there's still a lot going on.
Always.
There's always stuff going on. This has been a crazy weekend.
Yeah, mom planned a grandchildren sleepover.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. Bless her soul. That woman has energy.
That's where we get our energy from.
You're absolutely
It's from that
right.
woman, our mom.
That is so true.
Just the preparation of that has been crazy. I had to bring mattresses there.
Yeah.
My kids slept there. I slept there. Your kids slept there. Your kids slept there. Costumes kids slept there.
Yeah.
And it was really nice.
I think we were just missing the 2 oldest cousins.
Yep.
I mean, come on. They're 20 and 19. So, I mean...
They should have been there.
They were. One of them was there for the dinner pizza part of it, but didn't stay the night. But to have 10 grandkids for the entire weekend
Yep.
in your home.
Well, they're still there right now.
They're actually still there.
They're literally still there.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be here right now.
Right.
true. That's
Thanks,
right.
mom.
Thank you,
Shout out to our mom.
Yeah, shout out
We
to mom.
definitely
Shout
appreciate
out to
everything she
mom.
does for us. So, yeah, she went all out with this big grandchildren sleepover, planning it for weeks and weeks. The kids were super excited. They gamed. We played Pictionary.
Pictionary on Friday.
Dictionary
Yeah.
Netflix is really fun.
Yes.
We made some good chicken.
Oh,
The chicken
yeah.
was good. She ordered some pizzas. And then the kids just had a lot of good bonding time. And I think because we didn't get to go to the chalet with everyone as a family this
Yeah.
year, I think there was something missing. The kids were missing, that
Family time.
family time.
Yeah.
Just, being trapped all together, figuring out things to do. I think we missed out this winter during
That's
the
true.
holiday
That's
season.
true.
But I'm happy, Nana.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nanny
She
rallied
came
up
through.
the kids.
She came
Yes.
through.
It was a
She
fun
came
night.
through.
And I'm
And,
glad we all went.
I got to make waffles in the morning for breakfast.
Oh my gosh, yes, those waffles. Kareem and his waffles.
Thank you. Those were really good.
I bring that machine everywhere I go.
Kareem, you
I
are
couldn't
like,
stop
I brought
eating
that
them.
machine to multiple vacations.
Yeah.
I bring the waffle machine everywhere I go. It's so easy.
You know
Kids
what's
love it.
crazy about you? When you were traveling the world and doing your whole thing, you kind of never let go of that aspect of when you go to places, you literally bring everything that's important with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Like every time we went away for like chalets and weekends away, you'd bring the screens, the projectors, the extra
wires,
battery
millions
packs,
of wires.
things like that. So to go to mom's for the sleepover, Sultana, I was there. He walks in with literally like mattresses.
Oh, wow.
Mattresses.
Yeah.
Waffle makers,
Waffle mix.
waffle mix.
Of course.
I mean,
A projector.
yeah.
A Nintendo Switch.
Literally.
4 remotes.
I would never think of all those things. I just pack a bag and go, but
But it's because
You
he's
think of
thinking of the
these
kids.
things.
He's thinking, hey, what are they going to do while they're here? Let me make sure they have all the things that they need, and let me
true.
make it memorable with the waffles, which I truly believe. the
It's funny
kids
you
love
said that because it's like, how many times do we look at relationships and we're just like, oh, the woman is worrying about this and this and this and
Yes.
this. The man does worry about stuff too.
True.
Yeah.
It's just not maybe towards the medical side.
Or the
Women are
health
maybe
wise,
sometimes
yeah.
more like, are you sick? Are you not feeling well? Is everything okay? And
True.
then for the guys is it's maybe more geared towards making sure that the fun and activity is to the maximum. By the way,
Definitely.
we didn't close that door.
Oh.
You got to close the door.
sis.
So I did close it. Who opened it?
Somebody opened it.
But
It's okay.
I literally closed
We've
it.
been here for 5 minutes. We can close it.
There's a ghost here.
No, there's no ghost. Close the door.
I'm telling you guys,
Close the door.
I closed that
Just
door.
get up and close the door, sis. Come on.
Yeah. There we go.
Thank you.
Perfect.
The door was closed.
And the next time we'll close that second door as well.
Well, the door was closed, so I'm kind of freaking out right now. But you know what? We're going to drop it there because
Yeah.
I don't want to get into any
Yeah.
conspiracy
So
theories.
even I slept there with the kids. I slept on the floor. I had my daughter on one side. I had my son on the other side. And then I walked around the house in the middle of the night and I just saw kids sleeping everywhere. Every couch, every bed, every corner.
Yeah.
Mind you, mom has a small 4.5 condo.
Well, I wouldn't call it small. I would call it large.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's not a lot of space, but like she found little nooks and crannies for everybody to kind of get comfortable.
Yeah, it is a big 4.5 condo, but to have
But I mean,
that
it's not
many
a house.
people, no.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. Compared to like having a house with a basement and like,
Right.
It is actually cozy.
Yes.
It is.
But the kids found a way to like make little corners. We had some gaming on the table. Then we had some of them playing with toys on the floor. Then we had the ones watching Stranger Things. Then we had the ones just looking for snacks everywhere. No matter what you do, one of the kids is in the closet with their hands inside just looking for snacks.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of action going on.
No, there
It
was.
nice.
And I went to bed early, obviously.
Yeah, well, you passed out before I left. That's the reason I left the
Probably
party.
did, but then I would wake up in the morning and I would just see bags and wrappers everywhere. So luckily I did a little bit of a cleanup. Aisha, I'm seeing a lot of books there.
Yeah.
Can you give them to me for a second? I want to see what's going on over here.
Okay, so
What's happening?
Okay, so
What's going on with this? What do we got over here?
this is helping me in my mid 40s right now.
So what's going on in here?
So this is, everyone knows about it. Just turn it around and show it. It's the gratitude journal.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Where'd you get this
So
from?
I got this during the holidays. It's something that I've always wanted. And I've had other kind of gratitude, like the 5-minute journal and stuff. And it's just things that you can write just to, not that you're not grateful, but like when you write it down, you put pen to paper, you kind of like remind yourself of the things. And then
Yes,
you can
I like
kind of
that.
like look back and
Yeah.
be like, you know, when you're in a little darker spot, okay, what was I grateful for that day? What was I? So I'm just, I brought a few things with
But
me.
your last entry was in October.
Yep. Well, actually.
Where's November,
Yeah,
December,
exactly.
January?
Well, that's why I brought it. It's because I wanted to be more consistent with.
That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, no, it looks like you're putting some good deep stuff in here.
Yeah. So
Is it like a diary? Is he supposed to be reading it?
It's not a diary.
There's
It's just
questions
like
that you
little
have to answer
questions. What are
inside
you
it.
grateful for?
There you go. Read it.
What would make today great? That's a great question.
That's a great question.
Okay. Positive affirmation.
Yeah.
Good things that happened today. I like that. I like the good things that happened today. You know, what was I listening to somebody the other day and he said, instead of asking your kids when they come into the car right away, like, how was your day? Ask them like more deep questions like, hey, did you help anybody today?
Oh, okay.
I'm pulling a blank.
No,
but
but, like-
basically it was something like to the effect of more deeper questions.
No,
you know?
that makes sense. Because the number one thing when kids get in the car, they just don't want to answer anything.
They don't want to answer anything.
They don't want to respond to anything.
And what's going on with that second book over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that a little later on.
Well, take it out. Let's take a look at this book.
I brought a pile of books, guys, not just because.
I just see a bunch of stuff there.
And
There's
he's
colorful,
calling
like-
me out right
this
away.
is very colorful. What's going on with this guy?
Good job, bro.
Colorful. Well, we might as well just get right into it. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of this book by Mel Robbins, The Let Them Theory.
Oh, I love Mel
I know
Robbins.
I've quoted it to you guys quite a
The
bit.
let them
Yeah.
theory. What is the let them theory?
Basically, learning to let other people be who they are. And what that means exactly is that a lot of things in our life are going to affect us. People's actions, behavior, responses are going to affect us and our life. And the more that we come to terms with letting them be who they are and not necessarily who we want them to be, because people are who they are going to be.
Absolutely.
And I spent many years trying to change people.
Yeah.
And not necessarily changing, but just asking those very heavy questions like, why hasn't that person done this? Or why can't that person help me with this? Or why can't... And the why factor was something that was kind of crippling me because it wasn't allowing me to, it was just keeping me down. Do you know what I mean? So when I started reading this and understanding that people are going to be who they are because that is who they are, how am I going to react to that? Why am I letting that affect me? Why do I care what that person has
Just
to
let
say about
people
me?
be who
Was
they
them
are.
not changing, or was the idea of them changing, was that having an effect on you in any kind
It
of way?
absolutely was, because I was in a mode of people pleasing. I wanted people to accept me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not a lot of, some people care more about that. Some people care more about other things, but I was more in that mindset. Like I wanted to please everyone. I didn't want to upset anybody. And this book has actually helped me because I was really internalizing everything. And this book taught me that.
Did you finish the book?
Yes, I absolutely finished it.
Okay.
And guess what?
good.
I've probably read it about 7 to 10 times.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I go back to different chapters in moments where I need to go back and like remind myself of certain things. So it kind of keeps me in a position where I can be accountable for like reminding myself when I fall back.
Yeah.
Because for us too, we think about people not changing and we think about us evolving. Well, it's hard to grow and evolve also.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
And it's hard not to stay stuck into what and who you are. So by reading and
Yeah.
learning things, you can undo some of the behavior that kind of keeps you crippled, like the way that it did with me, in a sense of like always caring what everyone thought and
yeah.
trying to please everybody.
I've always told you that.
Yeah.
Stop caring what people think. I think I taught you that.
I think to a certain degree we'll always,
care a little bit what people
Yeah.
think.
But the fact
Yes.
that you're thinking about it, you're conscious of it,
Yeah.
I think that makes a little bit change. But I like it. I like what it says. Stop wasting your life on things you can't control.
Do you still care about
Well,
what people think?
Yeah.
Well, it's exactly in line with what I just said, that people can change and grow
Yeah.
and undo certain patterns
Right.
and certain behaviors. And that's why I'm constantly reminding myself, because it's not just at a snap at a finger
No, definitely
that I'm
not.
going to turn off 35
Yeah.
years of me feeling maybe that I'm not good enough, or they're that in order for people to like me, I have to bend over backwards for them and do things for them.
Yeah.
Or they'll be disappointed in me if I say no to them.
So you're constantly working on
So I'm
yourself.
constantly working on myself. And at the end of the day, I brought the book because I didn't know I was going to bring it up at this point right now.
I just saw it there.
Which is fine. It actually came very naturally anyways. But there's a lot of points in this. So guys, if you are wanting to like just dig a little deeper and maybe try to understand a little bit more about yourself, why you do things, why you care so much about
how to
things,
let go.
or how to let them, like, let people be who they want to be.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're good or bad for you. You just will know how to cope with them better.
I like that.
Which means you're not going to get completely like overwhelmed by everything that they do. Like when you care about what someone else is doing to the point where you're like, well, why are they doing this? Then that's got to remind you there
affecting
that,
you.
why are you caring so much what they're doing?
Yeah.
I just realized not to care
Exactly.
anymore. That's
But-
all.
Well,
There's
that's so.
half the
I like
world
the
is-
balance here.
Yes.
You've
Yes.
gone to one extreme.
She is one
Right.
extreme.
and
Oh,
you're trying to find a balance.
Yes.
I
Trying to
find a
like
balance.
that. I like
Right.
that.
yeah. Because yes, you grew up on the other side. You're the older sister.
Yes.
And I'm the second middle child syndrome kind of thing, And I find that siblings in a family setting have different roles.
That is true.
Yeah.
And not everyone has the same type
Well,
of experience.
Yep. Absolutely right.
Growing up in the same house.
You were the first kid,
Yes.
right?
And then when you came along, you became more the helper
Yeah.
with mom and
Yeah.
And then me and my brother came and we were your dolls.
Oh my God.
But you get a different experience. Even when I look at Ariana, like Saida was obsessed with like everything organic and making like all the food was blended. Do you remember my wife? You'd come over to my house and she had like this machine with like a stack and a
Yes.
stack
Yes.
and a stack and
All
a stack.
the baby
And
food.
all the vegetables were being steamed. And it's
Yeah.
like, Aiden got zero of that.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
he
no.
did, but maybe.
Well, he could. You know what I mean? It's just like
The first kid.
Ariana got a different experience.
Yeah.
She was brought up in a house. She got to live there for 2 years all by herself. Just
Yes.
her running around, independent, all the attention in the
Yeah,
world.
the firstborn does have it pretty good.
There's a 2-year difference or like a 3-year difference?
No, there's 2.5 year difference.
2.5-year difference. Okay.
And then obviously Aiden, he gets a different experience too. But I think what kind of helped too is having a boy and a girl, because if you have a boy, it's like, oh, you're getting a whole new experience with another kid as
That's
well.
true.
So that kind of changes things a little bit.
Yeah.
But going back to what you were saying about Mel Robbins. Okay. One of the
Mel
things that I've
Robbins.
noticed.
Has anyone read her book, by the way? Comment if you had, because
yeah, and maybe just put a little line of something that they like.
guess what I'm going to do?
Tell
Guess
me.
what I'm going to do? I've read this 7 to 10 times. I'm going to leave it for Kadeem to read.
Oh.
And then
Oh.
I want you to read it, Sultana.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
I've
maybe
been watching her podcast for years.
And isn't she so inspiring?
She is,
She's
absolutely.
very inspiring.
I listen to a lot of her advice. I love it. And then when you got the book, I've been wanting to borrow it. So, okay.
Yeah. Well,
Kadeem
Mel
first
Robbins
and-
was actually even a big factor in motivating me
Yeah,
when you brought
yes.
up the podcast to wanting to do this.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Because
Thank you
she
to her.
talks a lot about her anxiety getting into the podcast world,
Right,
and
right.
how she didn't feel like she fit in, and how she felt like, oh my God, there's so many more people doing this that are better than me. There are
Which
hundreds,
means nothing at the end of the
which
day.
means nothing at the end of the day, because what she's showing us is that everyone has something different to bring to the table.
100%.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of her podcasts are based on feel good ways on how to better yourself. So she brings in people like Jay Shetty and all the big podcasters that talk about life, evolution, growth, lessons learned, things like that.
Do you know what really made me tell you guys that I think we should do a podcast is when I heard her say, Mel Robbins, when she said, no one is coming to save you. And that just stuck with me. It made me
so
really
right.
realize
Yeah,
that
that's deep. No one's coming to save you.
no one is coming to save us but
I
ourselves.
say this all the time. At the end of the day, you close your eyes at night when you go to bed and you open your eyes. So as much as you're in a family, as much as you have parents, you have kids, at the end of the
Yes.
day, we're all alone.
And we have God, of course, but
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
but at the end of the day, no one is coming to save us
No
but
one is.
ourselves. So
No one
that's
is.
when I realized we've tried so many things. We've tried it all. And I figured this is what we got to try next. And it had a lot to do with that saying.
So 2 points come to mind with that, what you just said. It's funny because when I had started a smaller company before we started CanPhone, I was working in a team of very strong, well-minded, educated people. But for whatever reason, the company didn't work out. So imagine moving into a new office, everybody's excited, we're starting something new. But it's as if everybody was waiting for everybody else to do something big to move forward.
Wow.
And I have to be honest, I was part of that. I was just like, look, you guys, somebody's going to do it, and then I'm going to give it 110%. But what I didn't understand is that initial spark or that initiation needed to be done by everybody independently.
And everyone was waiting for the next person.
It felt like everybody was waiting for everybody else.
Wow.
So that didn't end up working. I go back into retail, which is probably the hardest thing a human being can go through.
Yeah.
Go into an office environment where you're starting when you want, finish when you want, with a bunch of people, no accountability, no nothing.
And you're on a computer.
On a computer.
Yeah.
Got the right team, got the right place, old Montreal, but nothing works out, to literally going back into a store and having to put items away on on shelves.
Oh, wow.
crazy.
I did not know
I
that.
forgot
That was
about-
one of the hardest
Yeah.
things. Yeah. I went back and I worked at, what was it called? La Source.
La
I worked at La
Sauce.
Source. Yeah.
Wow, I don't even
exactly.
think they exist anymore, La
And then
Source.
while I was working there, I was doing 3 other jobs, and at the same, those were all little smaller jobs. But basically, what happened is eventually I realized exactly what you said. No one was coming to save me.
No one is coming.
And then I realized
No one's
if
coming to
I
save you.
couldn't bring something to the table for myself, I couldn't bring anything to my team. And then that's where I personally started my journey of owning a business.
Wow.
Was basically realizing that if I'm going to own a business, I need to make sure that this business grows and thrives and becomes successful. And at the same time, if it doesn't, then I'm held accountable.
100%.
I'm not putting it in, oh, you're the one that didn't make it happen. You didn't do it. You didn't do that.
You're responsible.
Because that's the blame game, right?
You're so right.
So that was the first point that I wanted to talk about. The second one was about something that you said, which was really important to me. Give me 10 seconds.
Oh, that happens to me. Brain fog.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, he got it, guys.
Yeah, I actually got it. When you were talking about when you were talking about wanting to change other people, you know, and it's funny because we think that sometimes by verbalizing to people, talking, having conversations, trying to convince them, talking to them about something, that will do anything. But what I realized is until I changed myself,
Pivotal. Yep.
until I decided to wake up and say, no, I need to change myself. I need to fix me first.
Yeah.
I need to be consistent. I need to talk the things that I'm saying. Then the people around me started changing.
That is exactly the key to how this let them theory works.
And I didn't read the book.
And you didn't even read the book.
I didn't read the book.
Because
But I realized that you have to start with you.
You have to start with you because
And
it's
then
how you
you're going
react.
to attract.
Very
And
good.
You're going to do the opposite as well. We've all
You need
all
to
noticed
also
that.
put people at bay also. That
It's
are
attract,
not,
but at the same time, there's been a
You have to
lot of
protect.
people that have just ran away.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's hard, and it's hard to adjust to that as well because you're trying to better yourself, and you're wondering why aren't people accepting it, and then you start realizing it. Some people don't want to accept it.
They don't want to accept it, and it all comes about to the self, yourself. And I think we ran away from that a little bit. We were trying to say, well, they're doing this and they're not doing that, but at the end of the day, it comes down to us.
Yeah.
Everybody has to watch what they're doing in a sense of like how they're reacting to things and stuff, because that's the only way we can protect ourselves.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's a million things out there, guys, that are going to affect you. The news, what's happening in the world, people like.
By the way, everything that's going on in the world is just a distraction. And I just want to point that out because
there's a lot of things that they're bringing up these days about things, but it's to shy away from the bigger issues.
Yes,
in the world.
There was a movie a long time ago called Wag the Dog. And there's a couple of my friends on Facebook, they'll always like, every time they see something big happening, they'll message me and they'll be like, Kareem, wag the dog. Trying to tell us that, you know, we're seeing one thing.
Right.
But in reality, it's something completely different happening.
Yeah.
You're
Like I said,
seeing
distraction.
You're seeing a little war happening here, but in reality, something bigger is happening over here.
Absolutely.
And not to talk about this, but we have to bring it up.
Yes.
We have to talk a little bit, 2 seconds, about the Epstein files.
Yes.
But we're talking about the fact that we know nothing.
No.
And
How much shit is there out there?
And how much deeper it goes. And the more you dig and the more you try to take out of it, it's a rabbit hole just in itself.
A couple of friends of mine recently have been telling me that they've been going down rabbit holes of just putting in keywords on the internet. So one of the keywords is jerky. So I don't know if you guys have read some of the emails. This morning I got to read a couple of them.
Not at all.
But there's these really weird emails like, hey, bring the jerky. Hey, don't forget the jerky.
Code language.
Like all these code
And
language.
the whole pizza thing. Like,
yeah, so we're being honest. We know nothing.
Nothing. We know a
Nothing about
little
this.
bit. In a sense, we watched the Epstein
documentary.
The documentary on Netflix that came out a few years ago.
I didn't even watch that.
I had watched
gotta
it all
watch that.
completely.
Yeah.
I was curious. I'm always very curious with these types of stories because they're so out of the ordinary.
Right.
That's true.
Right? That they bring you. It's like murder podcasts and reading things about serial killers. It's such a place of like, you can't imagine any of that happening.
Also, they're putting a lot of fear,
There is
scaring, a lot of fear, scaring people.
Yeah.
And like, once again,
With the threats.
distractions for
Absolutely,
people to just be watching this, reading this, scrolling endlessly about it.
Yeah, when there's so many other
when there's
things
so
happening in
much
the world.
going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
So
What if all of the conspiracies that we've had since like the 2000s, they're putting out such crazy information in order to just mix us up
Even more.
Well, hasn't that always been the case with the media? Before social media,
It's like if we put it out
TikTok,
first,
Twitter, all that.
put it out first,
Yes.
they won't believe it. If we'll say crazy stuff, they'll be like, "Oh, no, that's not possible." But I think we're at that stage now where it feels like all of the weird stuff that we thought, whether it's like these satanic rituals or these really
What's happening in
weird
Hollywood,
things, or people eating things that they're not supposed to be eating, like horrible things.
Horrible
it feels
things.
like they're all real.
I completely understand
Or
what
it
you're
feels
saying.
like there's like something, there's like some truth to it,
Yeah.
Probably.
but it's funny. Yeah. So if you guys go on the internet and you guys literally go to these websites, you can check all of the Epstein files. So every single
crazy.
email, there's like tens and tens of thousands. And then you can just write the word jerky. So when you guys get a chance, write the word jerky in
so
there.
curious.
And you're going to
I
see
never
something
even
like,
heard that.
You're going to see like
We heard the pizza.
364 emails.
With that word in it.
With that word in it.
So it's obviously a code word.
Yeah.
And all of
It's a
this
code
is
word.
surfacing because they're trying to distract us.
Yeah.
It has to be.
And that's why we shouldn't be going on the internet.
Yeah.
We should not be
But
typing
it's
this up
crazy how things change. Like there was the whole Venezuela thing. No one talks about it
anymore. Yes, that's
Really,
correct.
That's
yes.
so true.
But, you
it's
know-
crazy how these world things, Iran, all these wars happening.
Yes.
Even things that were happening in Palestine for those 2 years of
And
war.
then it's like it just goes away.
and then
Yes.
it goes away
COVID.
as if it never happened.
COVID was the
COVID.
craziest thing we've ever experienced. in our
Craziest
life.
Oh my God.
It's all they ever
never
spoke
forget
about.
that.
And it's like no one was
Yeah.
really held accountable for it. No one really got in trouble for it. It didn't
Yeah.
really like.
Yeah. And now they're just bringing up things
It's weird.
that
It's like we're fools. It's like
Yeah.
we're being played.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
like
We're
we're sheep to a certain
Exactly.
degree. And it's like, do I have time to look into everything?
So
I
doesn't
got
that
2 kids.
Yeah.
I don't have time to just be on my phone
That's
every
why,
day.
guys, we need to just live in the present, focus
I agree.
on our
I
families.
agree. To a certain degree, to a certain. Well, wait, let me get this properly.
Yeah.
To a certain degree, you have to be selfish.
You have to be selfish.
With your mind, body, and soul, in
And-
the sense that you have to tell yourself, yes, there's some crazy stuff going on, but I need to function today.
100%. You can't get sucked into it.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you can't
No.
you can't be blinded by certain things, but at the same time, you can't be sucked into it.
No, you can't.
And that's why this book, The Let Them, is teaching me.
Okay, we're not selling the
that
book, Aisha. Put the book down.
You know what? I don't even need to sell it. It sells itself.
No, you
Right.
What I'm trying to
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
is, you know, it took me a while to understand that books and things.
Pick up a book instead of your phone.
Exactly.
Stop scrolling.
Well, that's what the doom
And
scroller is all about.
I know.
It's just
And I'm
distracting
even a
you.
victim of
That's
it.
why I pulled the book and you called me out on it, but it wasn't to sell the book. I don't need to sell it. The book
Thanks,
is a
bro.
number one selling New York author list, whatever the case is. What I'm trying to say by that is there's so many other things that can occupy this space in our head
Yeah.
that are going to allow us to deal with life.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a
we
good
had
point.
talked about so many things on our other podcasts, like dealing with things and like trying to be consistent and stuff. How are you going to be your best
If you're
self?
distracted 24/7
If you're distracted-
by all this wag the dog, all this fluff that's in front of us.
Exactly.
It's hard.
So the only way to do it is to find sources, things, whatever it could be. A good book. It could be like something in your craft that you need to like really like
Focus on.
that you can better yourself with. Why are we
100%.
wasting our
Yeah.
time going
Yes.
down rabbit holes with conspiracies and theories? Yes, we want to be aware of it because at the end of the day,
I think it's that wow factor, that shock factor.
the shock, and that's how. But that's what they do best is how to get us into that obsessive kind
shock
of
factor. It's like we
shock
always need
factor.
it, always want it.
Yeah, which brings me to the point of like, you know, talking about things that are to better ourselves and stuff like that. You guys, are you excited that Ramadan is coming up?
Yes.
Oh, super
Oh my
excited.
gosh,
Super
absolutely.
excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a nice break from the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
So falling in line with all the things that we
Yeah.
talked about at the beginning, which are things that are, I think, ways to like grow and learn and stuff, like Ramadan for us growing up was a huge thing in our family.
Yes, yes.
And it was fun.
It was
It
so
was.
fun.
It was fun. It was fun. I
It
get a
was
lot of like
fun.
nostalgic memories of our youth.
Yeah.
Of waking up. I
Getting
don't know.
up.
Sometimes
So
at
could you
5 in the.
explain, because you might know a little bit more, like how the calendar works, why it changes every year, because it's a lunar calendar, right?
Yeah. So lunar calendar is basically a 10-day off calendar.
Yes.
So every single year, Ramadan will move 10 days earlier.
I think that's
Right?
important to explain. Yeah.
Yeah, because some people are like, well, wasn't it in the winter? Wasn't it in the
Yes, we
summertime?
experience all
Wasn't it-
seasons,
Yeah.
which I love.
And that's one of the things that's really beautiful about it is the fact that it doesn't stay stagnant. It's not boring. It's not always the same thing. Like, oh, it's winter time. Oh, it's summertime. It's like, no. It's always changing. We're experiencing it in the summer, in the fall, in the winter, in the spring. We're experiencing like not eating for 18 hours. Then we're experiencing
right.
not eating from like what? Maybe 6:30 to opening up our fast at like 4:12, which is like so small.
Fasting is going to
So
be easy.
little basics. You explained the lunar calendar.
Yeah.
So to those of you who might have wondered, well, wasn't it in like May last? Like that's how it moves in the direction
Yeah,
of the.
so we're slowly
yeah.
going more towards. Right now, we're in February. We're going towards January, December. So
Exactly.
that's where
So we're
it's going
moving.
around.
So wait, we're going counterclockwise.
We're going counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise.
By about 10 days.
Okay, and then the fasting is from
Morning to sunrise to sunset.
sunrise to sunset.
Yeah. So if the calendar moves,
Yeah.
the amount of time that you're fasting will move as well.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'm so sorry I cut you off when you were talking about waking up at 5 a.m, but it's because I wanted you just to explain
what I was
the basics.
what I was gonna say about that was one of the things that I realized
Yeah.
is that if I want to focus on something, if I want to take something seriously,
Yeah.
the time of day matters. At the end of the day, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I've gone through so much. I can barely get my thoughts together. But when I wake up in the morning, right when I wake up in the morning, that's where my mind, I find my body, my soul is the most like clearest.
Yes, your clarity is.
That's
the
when I have
strongest.
my morning, my first prayer. But what I'll usually do right after that is I'll try to get my reading done at that time. The family is sleeping.
You're
The
fresh.
world is sleeping. Work didn't start. Whatever my brain needs to worry about hasn't hit me yet.
I like that.
So I'm going in with kind of a clean slate.
Do you get that? Sis?
So if you have a book to read or whatever you want to do for yourself or take seriously, I would recommend doing it like the first thing you do when you
in
wake
the morning.
up.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So that is coming up. So we're looking forward to that. A lot of hosting, a lot of family, a lot of dinners.
Yeah.
This is a time for reflecting and getting off social media and being at one
Well,
with.
for everybody, it's something different. If for you, it's getting off the
Yes.
social media. But
Taking a social media break.
For me, I usually take a break from TV.
TV.
All
okay.
like the big shows that I watch. Usually, I go home after before I go to bed. I'll watch maybe an hour of TV or something.
Yeah.
I'll take a break from it.
So that's interesting because I take a break from just filling my schedule up. I don't want to do anything in a sense of like tie myself up.
Yeah.
So I avoid RSVPing to things around that time. I don't really want to make, like if people have plans, that's a time period that I want to work. I want to come home and I want to have enough time to do the things in the most peaceful way.
Right. But it is a time to be with family.
No,
and-
in that sense, yes. But what I'm saying is like we have a busy life, right? We go to a
yeah.
lot of events.
There's
you
always
and me.
something
We
happening.
do brunches. We do
those
palais des
kind.
congrès,
Absolutely.
I'm talking collaborations, work things like that. I'm not talking about family. I'm just saying it's a time for me to like just I guess like not be caught up in that whole cycle of things.
Right.
Where I can actually just live my day to day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And have the time, like Kareem says, to pick up a book in the morning or sit, meditate, pray. You know what I mean?
Be
Like,
more God conscious. Be
be
more just
more-
conscious about
Yes.
everything around
everything.
you, right?
Because
Yeah.
you said something at the beginning. It's Ramadan is a time for us to have clarification. What was it
Yes,
that you
and
said?
reflect.
Reflection. Sorry.
Reflection.
Reflect.
You said reflection.
So what are some memories that you guys remember from when we were kids? Come on.
I remember doing a lot of the work. That's what I remember.
Okay.
Making the samosas.
Yeah, all I remember is that I pretty much was Cinderella in our family.
Stop it.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit,
Okay.
sis.
Tell us.
No, so what I'm trying to say is like I did a lot of the things.
You did.
The
You
cultural
did. I have to
things,
admit, I was
like
lazy when I was younger.
Abuji, which means dad in our language, would wake me up in the morning to make the dough, okay? And to knead the dough. Because
Yes.
we would make something called
Roti,
rotis
paratas.
and paratas
Oh, what
in the
about the
morning.
aloo paratas?
The aloo paratas. So that is some potato mixed in like a bread type of,
I love aloo paratas.
and then you fry it on a pan
With a nice little yogurt.
with a yogurt on the side. So I would wake up, my dad would wake me up in the morning because like I was the one that would people please and I would do it.
No, you were a kid. There was no people pleasing when you were 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
You just did that because you were the first. You were his princess.
Yes,
Yes.
I know. And not only that, but she would literally say, "No, I'm not getting up." So then I was stuck. But what do I remember? I'm just bringing
He
a
was
little taste
harder
of,
on you than me.
Yeah.
Because I do have his mother's name.
That's true.
It's like he's harder
That's true.
on me than my brother. It's
That
just
is
the way
so
it
true.
is.
Okay,
Yes.
but to lighten the mood a little
Yeah.
bit. So I was the one to make a lot of the food.
Yeah.
Thank
right?
you
So
for that.
I would make the egg rolls, I would make the samosas,
Samosas.
I would freeze them, I would make the rotis in the morning. So what is nostalgic for me is like preparing the food for all of you
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
And you know what? I did it from the heart, and I always wanted you guys to enjoy what you were eating, and I really did do it out of love.
Aw,
and I really
that's
did it
super
from the
sweet.
heart. Like I'm happy I
That's
was able to
beautiful.
do it. Sometimes, yeah, okay, you don't feel like it, but more or less, I would say 80% of the time, it was done with knowing there that you guys are going to eat that.
Yes.
You know,
And you got to have a nice
Yeah.
bonding experience with your dad.
I absolutely did. He taught me a
Right.
lot of things.
You got to spend time with each other. You and dad, at least we'll talk about it another day, but you guys went to Pakistan
we
together.
did go to Pakistan together in my
so that's
late
nice that you guys
teens,
have
yeah.
like this
little bond together.
little bond.
And that's what I like about Ramadan because it's nowadays today in the world nobody has time to have a sit down dinner, right? Like in my house, the kids take their food, they go to their rooms, they go to the TV, they have their cell phones in front of them. But in the holy month, what I like, everything's at the dining table, and there's a specific time
That's
we're
true.
gonna be eating.
There's a very
'Cause you have to
specific
eat at
time.
sunset.
Yeah.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
that changes
That's
by a
true.
minute or two every day.
You're so right.
And no matter what, the kids know there will be a meal on that table at that time,
Yeah.
and we're gonna all join in because we're all fasting.
And we all want to eat.
And of course, and
That's a beautiful way
yes.
to really bring everyone together
Yes.
at the same place at the same time.
And that's why my
Wow.
children look forward to Ramadan every year for that reason
Yeah.
of being together,
The
eat,
unity.
opening, and then just it's also an easier month overall,
I agree.
right?
Wow.
I
Wow.
always
I love that.
do feel it is an easier month because of the fact
Yes.
that, like I was telling you,
So structure
we let
is
go.
good.
Structure and discipline.
Discipline,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
That's what Ramadan teaches us. It teaches us consistency and discipline.
and
What about being as a
discipline.
mother? Are you guys more mothery in Ramadan?
Motherly?
more
Motherly?
Motherly, like you're more worried about your children, you're more concerned.
No,
Hey,
we're
did you
worried about our
eat?
children all the time.
No, I know, but like,
He
during
is
your
right,
day to
though.
day, you
Yes,
might not
I think
really
about
say,
them.
hey, did you eat breakfast?
Yeah.
But in
Yes.
So I am
that's right.
thinking you are right, Kadeem. It does bring up a little bit of like, I think about, she had gym today. Oh my God. Like, I hope she's doing okay. I hope her fast is going well. I hope, you know what I mean? Like, so
Yes.
on that note, and the want to like make sure when they come home that they have everything that they need.
That they're
It's just very
prepared, yeah.
conscious.
Very loving.
conscious
Yes.
and
Very loving. Very
So
loving.
it brings you together. It unites you. It brings families together.
It does.
And it's a spiritual cleanse too.
It is.
No, absolutely.
We're fasting.
I like to say
And
it's my
Kadeem-
detox.
Yeah.
It's my detox month.
But Kadeem, you said something
Out of the year.
earlier. We were having this conversation, and you mentioned there that it's not just about like not eating, starving yourself, or not. Do you know what I mean? It's about. I don't know if you remember that conversation that we had earlier in the.
What did I say? I said
So-
it's not all about the not eating.
It's
It's,
not-
about
Overall
Reflection.
Yeah, the reflection part of it, but also like filling ourselves up with other ways to satisfy ourselves, not just through food. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So by reading things, learning things, meditating, being still.
Well, just being more conscious of everything around us, because
Yeah.
when you take away food from somebody,
What happens?
you become conscious of food.
Like if I have this coffee right here and I see it and I know I can't have it,
Yeah.
it develops a type of self-control in you.
Self-control,
And,
absolutely.
and then what does that mean to you? It means that I can have that coffee if I want to, but I'm not going to.
Right.
And who are you proving that self-control to yourself? So that discipline aspect of
Yeah.
it is giving you the ability to be strong and
100%.
not give in
Yeah.
Right.
and cave in,
Yeah.
which is building up your
No, absolutely.
stability.
Absolutely.
and in that regard teaching you self-control.
And that's why
which
it's-
at the end of the
Well,
day
you need it for the rest of the year,
Yeah,
right?
you definitely
so
do.
A day is not good enough.
Yeah.
But an entire
Entire
month out
month.
of 12 months
Yeah.
allows you to at least keep the momentum going for a couple of months.
Afterwards,
and then
yeah.
like life and everything else, you lose your
You
way.
lose your
And then
momentum.
it comes back again.
And then it comes back again.
And then you start, and then I feel like every year you just get a little bit closer and closer to where you want to be.
Absolutely.
Being conscious of not just the food, but what are you looking at? What are you listening to?
Absolutely, that's
what
the
are you
thing.
saying? What are you
the
talking
fasting
about?
is not just
you know,
the not eating.
It's
not.
what you're like. I said,
Not backbiting.
I'll watch a little bit less
Oh,
TV because I'm like,
gossiping.
I don't want all of that information to just be overloaded within me. You know, so going back to the nostalgic feeling, Sultana, of when you were a kid. We didn't hear that part. What do
Oh.
you remember about when you were a kid? Like, what's like a fun memory that you have?
Fun memory. Eid. The big celebration.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Just after the 30 days of just doing your 30 days and your parents just being
No,
so
but when we were
happy.
kids, we
You're
were
getting cut
children.
off.
We
Come in
were
more.
we were like children. We were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. What do you remember about that? Like, oh, okay, fine, I'll go. I remember when because you're not going. Maybe this is going to help you.
Yeah, maybe it will.
I remember Dad saying, "Go get the duster con."
Yes.
Yeah,
And
which
we
is the
would-
thing to eat on.
We would so in the Pakistani culture, we eat on the floor.
Eat on the floor,
And my
yeah.
father was very, very, very prone to keeping that tradition.
Yeah.
But we loved it. We would go. We'd get this mat that we'd have rolled up in the corner. We'd
Unroll the mat.
it.
Yeah.
And then we'd bring all of our food, and we would all. And there's something about sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, eating with your hands.
Yeah.
And it's like you're like really you're literally touching the food.
You're touching,
Yeah.
you're feeling it, you're tasting
You're feeling it, you're eating
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
you know? And I don't know, it was just when nostalgic for me is just like us as kids, all of us there, and mom being there, dad being there, and we're all sitting down. We'd all eat together like
In
that.
the dark too,
at the
because we
same
eat at
time.
night before the sunrise. Didn't it feel special?
Oh, you're talking about the morning.
The morning.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
would
yeah.
be eating at night.
Yeah. No,
But at
no,
night
yeah,
too,
yeah,
we'd
no,
be
for
eating
sure.
at night.
Waking up in the middle of the night and having
Yeah.
my parents being like, get up. I'm like,
And we're like, no.
disoriented. It's still
Yeah.
dark outside. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
no.
Because we're
just-
half asleep, we're tired, we're eating, and
Yeah.
No, for
just
me,
to go right back to sleep.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that
And I
was,
feel like we're giving
was
that to our
something-
kids.
I feel like that was something really special of just being together and having those meals, and like it made me more conscious of because I can't remember any other meals that we had as kids together, but I remember the
imagine.
Ramadan.
But we
meal.
remember the Ramadan.
But
I remember the
so
Ramadan
Maybe that
meals.
was the whole purpose of that moment, is to be so in the moment
Yeah.
that those memories stay with you forever.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. Because you're
how
so conscious.
do you have
are you?
to be in that moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That everything you do in that day, because you're not eating, you're not drinking, because you can't have water, you can't consume any foods.
Can't even chew
And
gum.
again, fasting.
can't smoke if
You
you're a
can't smoke
smoker.
if you're a smoker. You can't vape or do anything that takes in anything. And imagine, of course, I want people to understand this for healthy people, able-bodied people.
People who are not
Obviously,
sick,
people who are
pregnant.
sick, pregnant, breastfeeding, the elderly, anyone with chronic health issues,
Yeah.
has a heart issues,
Yeah.
medications that are required to be taken, you are completely
Exempted.
omitted and exempted from fasting. So I want to clarify that, because a lot of people have said, "Oh, well, how can
What
you
about
starve
this,
yourself?"
this,
and what
this,
about
this,
there's
this?
there's
Yeah.
logic for everything around it. So again, it's for the healthy person. that is able to fast, and kids under a certain age don't need to fast. It's for mature kids that have reached puberty, and it's for people that go right up until their retirement, until they're physically capable of doing it. Anything that would cause a health issue, guys, and I've seen people do this. Oh my God, she fasted in the... You're not obligated to fast if you're not well. Nobody wants you to do that. God does not want you to do that. I think we've learned that.
No, yeah,
It's between you
closer to our
and God,
religion.
so he knows.
There's
Absolutely.
nothing that would cause you to
Faith
be...
is a very personal
It's a very
thing.
personal
it's a very
thing.
personal thing.
So with that being said, anyone who's fasting
Yeah.
and who's physically capable of
Yeah.
doing it
Absolutely.
will remember everything happening in
Yeah.
that month, because fasting actually brings clarity to your mind.
sure
It
does.
does.
And there's
It does.
intermittent fasting. People are talking about it nowadays.
Oh my gosh.
People are saying fast everywhere. If you look on social media and you go down through Instagram, TikTok, and all of that, people are talking about how this starts functioning. Your liver starts detoxing. It starts burning.
Oh, there's a
fat
science
within your
behind
body.
it
There's
all.
a whole science
There's a
behind it.
reason why we fast.
If somebody's suffering from cancer,
Yes.
the doctors usually
What do they
put them
say?
on a very
strict
fast, yes.
So there's certain parts of our bodies that unfortunately never get burned up because we're always consuming.
We're always consuming.
But when you stop consuming, I think it's once you reach the mark of 10 hours or something. Again, that's not what the podcast is about.
No, it's not. But we're just giving the example.
I'm just giving an example that there's a time limit that goes by, and after you reach that time limit, because your body hasn't consumed anything, it starts looking.
There you go, for other ways to fuel.
Places to start breaking down stored fats,
Yeah.
stored things in our body, and then it starts getting rid of those.
So
So
imagine.
definitely, there's a reason why. I mean, for us, it's more
Absolutely.
spiritual.
Yes.
It absolutely is, but
It's
there's
nice
a lot of...
that, it's nice that science backs up faith sometimes, but faith is
very
not
interesting.
dependent on science.
I love that. That I love the way
Because
you said that.
you can't base it that way, because then what if
No.
science changed one day and then everyone would come running after you saying, "Hey, look, the science changed." No.
Yeah.
There's having faith in something.
Yeah.
And then yes, it's nice that the science backs it up. Like the drinking water sitting down.
Oh.
You should definitely. There's a lot of studies about this. When you drink water, never drink water standing up.
Standing up.
Never. Always
Yeah,
sit down.
I always do.
You
So
know.
we always did,
Yeah.
because it's
We
part of our
always
faith.
did, but that was part of our
It
faith.
is part of our faith.
So-
Take 3 sips, look into the glass, sit down, and don't gobble the water
Yeah.
like a camel, so
Yes.
to speak.
Yeah.
But to drink it slowly, and then you can continue drinking faster. But there's always been a step in how we drink something
Yeah.
simple like water.
Yeah.
No.
I've
Wait,
always
now they're saying, science is saying...
No, yeah, now it's like a proven fact. Not only that, but every time you see an athlete drinking water, he'll always take a knee for a second while he's drinking. So
Yes.
what I'm
That's so
trying to
true.
say is, it's nice that science and faith sometimes really back each other up, but faith shouldn't be dependent on science.
I agree.
So we have
I
to
like
be careful
that.
with that sometimes. Fasting is great, but I'm pretty sure there's a million benefits that we'll never even know about.
Yeah.
That are out there.
That are beyond the human,
So Sultana, back to you.
Oh yeah.
If you don't have one, it's okay. Just say I don't
no,
remember.
like I said,
Yeah.
just being together as
together.
a family,
No, that's
praying, eating, preparing the food together. Just
No, it's definitely a very. It's definitely a very
spiritual time together.
Beautiful
and
month that
Beautiful
brings us all
month, and I'm
together.
excited.
And what the crazy part is, we're excited for it all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's a month that we're like, oh my God, Ramadan is coming.
Actually, no, I do remember something. I
There you
used to
go.
not be excited about it when I was a kid, because I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do when I was a kid and when I wanted. It's as I got older, I appreciate now the fact
What it
that
brought.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when it ends, we're all sad. We're all like,
We're
"Why
so
did
sad.
you go?"
I know.
I have a Ramadan box at home.
Aww.
And I write a little letter to myself, and my wife was not laughing about it, but she's like, "Did you write a letter yourself?" And I'm like, "Why are you going to my Ramadan box?" And she's like, "I needed to get something in one of the boxes, and I opened the wrong box."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "It's fine." But yeah, what I do is I write myself a letter just before Ramadan ends, and then I open it the next year when it's starting.
Okay.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
That could be something like a little tradition people could start maybe.
It could be, but it's
Because what is-
basically, it's like, what did you learn this year? What were you appreciative about this year? What did Ramadan bring to you? And then next year, when you open it to start again,
Oh, I love
it
that.
reminds you of what happened last year.
Or what was your thought
What was your
Yes.
thought
like that at that
process? Did you have
time?
any goals? Was there any like things that you wanted to,
Like my
Accomplish.
gratitude journal, kind of. When I look
Exactly,
back, I
exactly.
can remember my mindset at that month.
Yeah. So that's a tradition I started on my own. It's just a letter
I
to
like
myself.
that.
It's a letter to
Yeah.
myself, but
yeah. I think I'll copy that.
yeah.
Yeah, I like.
We
to
should
adopt
all
new
we should
things.
all get one for our children.
Get
Wouldn't
one.
that,
That would be
and make
so
a
nice.
like start that?
Yeah, it would be. I mean, imagine
be a
you go
cute
back and you
tradition.
read it like 10 years later. down the
Actually,
line, or
you make a family jar, like a mason jar or whatever, and everybody
Puts
puts
a
in
little
their letter.
something
Okay.
And the
inside.
next
That's an
year,
idea.
like a time capsule.
Oh,
But at the same time, it would be something to look forward
Right.
to and to see how
Yeah, you
you've
could do that
grown.
on maybe Eid.
Oh.
Because on Eid, the whole family's together.
Yes.
You get
Oh my
everybody. You
God.
get everybody to write like a little, like you said,
little-
maybe not a letter for this,
Maybe a
but
message.
maybe like a little
or
message.
A note to self.
A little, yeah,
Note to self.
exactly.
and it's
Yeah.
something other also to look forward to.
And then next year,
would like
on
that.
the next Eid, you can read them
And then you could
and then write a new one and put
see
it
how
back
you've
inside.
evolved, or-
Okay, I think we should start that. This,
Okay.
That sounds like
Hey,
a lot of fun.
We brainstormed a whole new idea.
I'm excited about
I like
this.
it. I like it. I like
I like
it.
to start new traditions. And this could be something kind of that intertwines with everything that we talked about today a
Yes.
little
Yes.
bit, right?
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
we're trying to be conscious. We're trying to like
Be more positive.
Yeah.
You know, stop doom scrolling. We're gonna do it because it's an addiction.
And stop
I
getting
even
distracted
do it.
by the world.
But don't let what's going
Well,
on in social media
Look,
distract you.
At the end of the day, there's certain things that we're going to do. We're going to do the doom scrolling. We're going to do
Yeah.
the
Yes.
research online. What are we looking at? When we wake
Yeah.
up in the morning,
Yeah.
that's the time where our brain is the freshest.
Clarity.
If you want to learn something, if you want to take something in, if you want to learn, if you want to read something,
5 a.m. club.
try to do it early in the morning
You're so right.
where you're fresh, where there's no distractions. I like to get up before my entire family, my wife, and everybody.
You've been doing this for a while now.
I love
Irene.
that. I
Yeah.
sit at the kitchen
Yeah.
table. Either I'm learning about something, I'm writing something.
Yeah.
I do it at that time.
Yeah.
Then I let the day start. Right.
And you're so much happier.
I'm so much. Yeah. Definitely.
Kidding me?
Definitely in
You
a
back
better
in the
mind
days were,
state.
like not angry, but like you were always stressed.
Stressed.
Yeah.
All
and
the
I
time.
find that you've done a 360 over the last many years.
Yeah.
It's not just today.
Yeah.
Like you have inspired me to be
More
in
calm.
a happier state. And I kept asking myself, like, and I think that is it.
Yeah.
You're waking up before and you're prioritizing yourself.
Yeah.
You're fueling and feeding your
Do you know when it
health.
started?
When
When
your
my wife
kids-
told me she was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I was going to say ever since you became a father, you've been a completely different person.
That day, I was just
Yeah.
like, what kind of father do I want to be?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
what father do I want to be? And we like to tell ourselves, oh, our kids, you know, when they're 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, then they're going to be conscious of what's happening. But for me, it was like,
now.
no,
It was from the day they were born.
I found while that baby's in that belly,
Yeah.
he's going to hear me. He's going to know the stress that his mom went through.
Yeah.
He's going to feel that stress.
No, and
somehow.
I noticed that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do I create an environment from literally conception date?
Yeah.
You know, where I'm working on myself.
What
at
an
that
evolution.
time.
What a
Not
beautiful-
later on. Yeah. So I've been working on this for maybe 7 or 8 years, and I'm nowhere close to where I think I want to be. But that's when my journey really started.
And that's amazing because the thing is there's been periods where people are like, well, why do I have to change myself? And why do I always, for women, especially
God,
women
that-
after
I hear
divorce
that
and stuff.
all the time.
Oh,
Why
I'm
do I have
working
to
on
change
myself.
myself?
Yes.
I'm trying to, and at one point people were hating on people who were saying that because they're like, why do you need to change? Why do you? And then it
It's
comes,
true.
think about that whole.
I hear people
yes.
ganging up on somebody saying like, why do you have to? Yeah.
Exactly. But what it comes down to, and the reason for bringing up the Let Them theory, my gratitude journal, Ramadan, all these things is to come back to the point of we will always and forever have to work on ourselves.
On ourselves. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because guess what, people? It's you and what you do and how you think that is going to affect your life and everyone else around you, the people that you work with and your mother and your family and your children. They're all people around you that are going to take little pieces of you, that are going to challenge you, that are going to put you down, that are going to put you up, that are going to take a little bit away from you, that are going to add a little bit to you. How are you going to handle all of that?
I like that. I like
right?
that.
Right.
I like
If
that.
you're
Well
not
said.
prepared to handle that, then what? And that's why we always have to constantly be working on ourselves. It's not because
Otherwise
we're trying to say we're the problem.
Yeah.
How do we deal with everything around
No,
us?
absolutely.
Because we're humans at the end of the day.
Otherwise, don't cry about it.
Don't cry about it. 100%. I totally
At a
agree
certain
with
point, you are responsible
100%.
for the person you've become.
Absolutely.
It can't be all of my environment. Okay.
And it can't be
A lot
all
of
about
it
your
was,
past.
but what are you going to do about it today?
What are you going to do to change?
Yeah.
And I like that you said that because, yes, you cry about it a day or two, but then you have to get back up there. You have to find a way to overcome it because if you don't, that is what your life will be about.
It will be.
Yes.
It will be.
And at the end of the
And
day,
back to, don't cry about it.
don't cry about it
Just
because
don't-
bad things
no
are
one
going to
wants
happen.
hear it. No one will hear about it the first time,
Yeah.
the second time, the third time. By the fourth time, it's the boy who cried wolf. Look,
It's on you.
I've done everything
And
I
you-
could.
yeah.
But now
You got to do something to change
You
it.
got to open your eyes.
Absolutely.
You got to close your eyes.
And that's what we were talking about the other day, that we want to be a little happy.
Yeah.
Because people are afraid to be happy.
You said something to me outside when I came to your office.
Yes, I did.
Tell everybody what you said, because I thought that was like a little step back moment for me when you said that.
Yeah, I said to you that because we're always be grateful and think about gratitude and all the why bad things happen. I'm like, why can't I just wake up today and say I'm going to be happy? I want to be happy.
Yeah, specifically what we were talking about is you going to pick up your
Because
car.
you know why? You're saying want. You have to say I am.
Ooh, that is a very Sultana thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is a very
You
sultana
cannot
thing.
want and wish. It's not going to happen. You have to.
She's right on that part.
Pivotal.
I like
So
that.
I'm happy.
The purpose of that conversation
I'm wealthy. I'm rich.
Was to talk about the good things because we
Yeah.
talk a lot about the bad things and we talk a lot about the struggles.
Yes.
And on the other podcast, we were talking about like life is meant to be difficult, but we
Yes, it
also
is.
can be
Yeah.
happy.
Yes.
To be very specific.
Be specific.
She's going to get her car.
Yes.
Right? But there's two mindsets of looking at it. You
Yeah.
can look at it as I'm going to get my car. Oh my God, I can't believe it's going to cost me $5,000, $6,000, $7,000.
Yeah.
All the
Why
things
did
that
this happen?
Or
Oh my
it could
God.
be like, hey, I didn't have my car for 2 weeks.
I'm
Finally, I'm
getting
getting
my
my car
car.
back.
Yes.
So it's like, there's times and places to have mindsets that are depressing and sad and mad, but that can't be your life.
No, and I overcame it.
I'm sorry.
And
it's hard. That's
Yeah.
why you think
And now I'm excited because I said on the last podcast I might never drive that car again.
Yeah, you
And
did say
I'm
that.
getting closer to being able to drive that car
Yeah.
again. So I'm actually really excited. Mind you, Canadian Tire did absolutely nothing, by the way.
Oh,
I
okay.
took it to another garage. Just to close on that note, I just wanted to let you guys know they did not do the right thing. Canadian Tire did not do the right
Aw.
thing. Actually, they tried to, again, pass the puck, shove it under, go back to the store, do this, do that. So at the end of the day, you know what? I thought I was protecting myself by going to a big, box retail place like Canadian Tire, thinking they'd protect me as a consumer. And that's why sometimes you don't go to the little garage because you think they don't have the means. But you know what, guys? Go to the little garage. Don't go to Canadian Tire. Don't get your car fixed there because actually they don't take any accountability because they're so big.
She's speaking about her experience,
My experience
on that day, on that
time.
You don't want to
No.
get a lawsuit.
No. But at the same time, I'm just saying in that
Yeah,
experience,
you can trust the smaller guys.
You can
Yeah.
sometimes
Sometimes
trust
the bigger
small-
guys aren't
Exactly.
really not
That's
there
what I was
for
trying to
you.
say. Yeah.
Where they could have.
They could have been
there
me.
for you.
But
they
anyways,
didn't.
we weren't getting into that. We were just bringing that up
Yeah.
because, like Kadeem said, I was excited to get my car back.
Yeah.
and
Good.
And I said in that moment, like, it's okay to be happy. Like, I want to be happy that I'm getting my car back, and I
Definitely.
was.
Yeah.
Like you said, you just have to be it, right?
Yeah.
You can't.
I love that.
So
I love that so
Stop
much.
with saying the word want.
Yeah.
And just say
I am.
I'm.
And I like
I'm.
It's like I'll just end on this, but basically what I had said also was try to have a relationship with your creator where there's some excitement to it. You know?
Oh, yeah.
It's like sometimes
not a chore.
It's like sometimes we always go to God with all the bad things, all the depressing things,
Yes.
all of the things that we want, all the,
So
the things that go
true.
wrong.
Yes.
It's like, how do we sometimes start a relationship with God where we're going to Him with the wins?
So that's what
It's like,
I do.
hey, God, I closed a big deal. Oh, thank you for this. Like,
You're so
but
right. God wants us to be
Why aren't we
happy about
having
these things,
the
too.
happy, positive conversations
Yeah.
with Him about the things in our lives? Why aren't we
Absolutely.
sharing our wins with Him and in a
So that's
sense,
so funny you say
showing
that.
our gratitude,
I do that.
you know, because it's exciting sometimes. And just real quick, sometimes I get excited. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go pray. I get all excited. I'm like, I got so many things to be grateful for, you know. And it's like, I've never done that really in the past before. It's only been recently where not because I'm seeing better things, but maybe because I'm noticing a better side of me.
Yes.
I'm going into that relationship more excited and happy.
Wow.
You know?
I was trying to
love
tell you,
that.
I pray sometimes and I'm just thanking God. And that's it.
Wow.
I'm not asking for anything. I'm
anything.
not, I'm literally just
Yeah.
simply.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's
That feels
simple
good.
and to the point, and you got to
I
do
like
that,
that.
sometimes.
I like that.
I
or
love
just
that.
thank you for all the things that you avoided coming my way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We forget about that. Like the other day, I was driving the car and my car slipped, and that car could have just went right in the ditch.
Oh, wow.
But it didn't.
But it
you
did
know?
not. That
So let's
is-
just end on that note to just be
Yeah.
thankful, be grateful, stay positive.
Yeah. And
Let
it's okay to
them
be happy.
theory.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on with Epstein.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and
And,
forget about that. It's a distraction, like I said
From
before.
the bigger things in life.
It
Yeah.
is
not
disturbing.
important.
It is extremely disturbing.
And
It is.
to
and
know
it's
that
interesting.
some of the most powerful people in the world are doing the most craziest
Horrific
things.
things.
And then here we are, civilians working our ass off,
Yeah.
paying our taxes, doing all these things.
Just trying to get by.
And then you
Yeah.
have people that do horrible things, get onto private jets,
And get
run
away
to
with murder.
other countries,
Yeah.
and live normal lives. And then here we are,
It's crazy.
getting slapped on the wrist for the stupidest things.
It's insane. It
So-
just goes to show we have to make ourselves stronger in
Yeah.
order to withstand
Yeah.
all the trials and tribulations and things that are filled around us.
Yeah.
So that we can be the best version of ourselves and get through this life in the best way possible,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because
I
there's a
don't think
lot of
spending-
stuff around
yeah,
us.
I don't think spending because I thought about it. I was like, okay, maybe I can just spend a lot of time and go down the rabbit hole. And then I was like, is that the
What's it
best
gonna
use
change
of my
for
time?
you? And what is it
Is
gonna
that the
change
best
for
use
you?
of my time?
Forget about that.
Because at the end of the day, what is it going to do to change you? Can
Yeah.
you do anything about it?
No.
Absolutely. you can't do anything. We are nobodies.
If the person at the end of the day is not being held accountable for those things,
Yeah.
because there's so much stuff getting
the hell
wrapped
are we
up in
gonna- yeah.
legalities and stuff, because money is the root of all evil in
That's
this
right.
aspect.
I believe it.
And it can actually cover up everything, then we just gotta make our little life the best we can make
I
it,
love
right?
that.
Exactly.
Did you ever
And-
hear that thing that said, if I gave you a mountain of gold, you just want another one?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is very profound to hear that, because it just shows
It's a never ending
human nature, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, we did an hour.
We'll end on that note, everybody. We're so happy that you spent this time with us. Don't forget to
Like, comment,
and
subscribe. Tell us a little bit about your stories. If you know something about Epstein that we don't know, tell us. If you know a cool
Yeah,
website.
get more involved.
Forget about the
Look,
Epstein, like
no, but
I
I'm just
said.
saying, I'm just saying, like, if I don't know, like, if you guys come across something, if you heard about the jerky thing,
Yeah.
if you heard about the Pizzagate thing, I don't know. Let us
if you
know.
have good Ramadan stories about when
I'd
you guys
love
were
to hear
kids.
people's Ramadan stories
And you know
when they were
what?
kids.
We'd be able to share the things, like, you know what I mean? So, like,
Yeah.
don't forget that you can comment, like, share, subscribe.
Tell us
I'm
about
getting
your
used to
stories.
this.
If you read something about Mrs. Mel Robbins
Oh,
out
yes.
there that was
Has
cool,
it changed you?
Tell us about that. And
Yeah.
then maybe just something in general, something in life that you realize on your own that worked for you that
Yeah.
might work for somebody else.
And guess what, guys? We want also to know what you guys would like us to maybe talk about. If ever you guys have anything that you'd like to bring up, we're open to that. We want
open.
to.
I'm open.
Eventually, we want to do a podcast for our audience. So if ever you guys can have make any recommendations or anything like that, we're definitely open to that too.
Comment and
Yeah.
tell us.
Bye. This is
Unfiltered
Unfiltered Energy.